Do a quick little first impressions video. Here is the Acratech. I'm going to give you the model number 1160. It is the long lens head from Acratech. I want to give a big shout out to Scott Dork, I believe his name is. He is the owner of Acratech. I had the pleasure to speak with him through email about this wonderful product. This is not mine. This was sent out to me by Acratech to hang out with and play around with for a little bit. And I just wanted to do this quick review on it because I just bought one of their GP ball heads and I was blown away by it. And I said, man, this thing is really great. And I just bought, before the GP ball head, I got Swift clamps. And I didn't even know that they made ball heads. And I certainly didn't know that they made these guys. So here it is. I'm just going to give you a quick little look around. It's a beautiful thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing off to the side first, just a second, and I'm going to show you what I was using. And was is the word. This is the Sirui L10S. This head claims to hold 55 pounds. I haven't used it. As you can see, it's in brand new condition. And it was one of those impulse buys. I got it because I thought I'd like it. And then when I got it home and I looked at it, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to put my 200 to 400 f4 ISL in this. That's like a $10,000 lens. I have a couple other lenses. It's a 120 to 300 2.8. I don't feel confident doing it at all. So, I mean, I don't like the way it feels. It feels nowhere near the quality of what I'm about to show you guys now. This thing is built for the war. Where can we start? Okay, so the clamp up at the top. We'll start at the top and work our way down. This head would be great if you wanted to replace like a larger gimbal. Say you wanted to pack on the smaller side, you could actually do that. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. So this clamp is your typical screw type clamp. And here's the beautiful thing. Let me see if I can show you guys this. It's all the way open, as you can see. I'm just going to squeeze this to show you that it's open. Okay, she's all the way open. And the bolts and stuff will not come out. They will not back all the way out, which is a great thing. You don't have to worry about dropping them or losing them in the field while you're shooting. It has the pin, so you don't have to worry about your lens flying out of this thing if this comes loose or you forget to tighten it down. Has a bubble level. This is set up to take either collared lenses, or you could adjust this. I'm going to see if we can't do this one-handed. The reason we're doing this one-handed, guys, is because today I just got this iPhone 8. It's the iPhone 8 Plus. So I wanted to see how the video quality looks on it. So we're going with it for this video. When I do the actual video, the review for this, I'm going to do it with my DSLR. But this head completely indexes and it locks. I'm trying to show you guys that. There you go. You can see it come down and lock. See how it drops? It's up and then it drops in. Okay, and then what you can do is you can tighten this up in any of these positions. And in a second, I'll show you why that's so awesome. You can see how it locks down. It's the biggest thing that I wanted to show you. Alright, so I'm going to tighten this back up. So it's great for if you're using a collared lens. It's also good for using L-bracketed camera bodies or camera-plated bodies where you got a Arca Swiss on the bottom of the camera body or an L plate on there. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you guys is this is your tensioner and this is your lockdown, where on the Sirui you don't have any of that. So I can control this like I could, like, say, a ball head. So I'm going to loosen this up. And the other thing, guys, look how fluid this is. If I had to compare this to something, focus ring on a Zeiss lens. It's silky smooth. And then, of course, you got your tensioner here. where you can control the drag on it. Of course, now it's a little stiffer, and I'm trying to do this one-handed. But you can control it that way. This head is made out of a aircraft-grade aluminum and stainless steel. It is a beautifully constructed piece of equipment. It's not weighty. It's maybe a little bit under a pound, which is great for packing it down. The other thing that I wanted to touch on before is, like I said, that you could probably turn this into a gimbal. I'm going to show you how you could do that. This head will go all the way down in either direction. Just loosen this up. It'll go down in either direction. In goes your sidekick from Wimberley, if you wanted to use like a sidekick on it. And now you got a gimbal, which packs down really, really, really small. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is when I bought the GP ball head, and this might be good for some wildlife shooters and some studio shooters. The GP ball head actually has a bushing and a pin where the head will actually convert into a gimbal, which I'm going to be doing that video quite shortly to go over that head. That head is amazing. That's just really, really good. Unbelievable. The last couple bits I want to touch on this first impressions video is that there is a bubble level down at the bottom. You can see it down here. And these markings on this are not painted. This is all laser engraved. I don't know how good this is going to pick it up. That's laser engraved. So it's in there. It won't rub off. This unit comes with a 10-year warranty. It's rated for 25 pounds, which I think that's a little bit of a generous rating. I think this thing could hold much more weight, but it's rated for 25 pounds. And I just want to show you guys that this does pan, being that I have one hand here. We're going to flip it upside down. So it will rotate left and right a full 360 degrees. Piece of hair there or something. Still there. It will rotate 360 degrees. And the other bit of this that I wanted to touch on, which none of these knobs will come out. You can turn them all the way, and they just will not come out. They won't back out. They'll only go so far, which is a great thing, because when you're in the field, you don't have to worry about them walking out or coming loose to the point to where you lose stuff. It's happened to me one time where I've actually lost stuff and the head came apart on me, which is just terrible. It ruins the whole day. But this is it. This is the Acratech long lens head. This is my first impressions video. Item number is 1160. I just wanted to touch on this too. This is the quality that this company takes in its packaging. So you don't have to worry about it. In the box, you get a 1/4-20 bushing, an Allen wrench. You get the directions and some information on it. And I actually store my heads back in these boxes because they're that well protected. This is like a nice styrofoam, and it's like what you would find in, say, like a pluck and peel Pelican or something along those lines. It's just really well padded. So when I'm done shooting with my stuff for the day, actually I'm going to put this head back the way it was so I can put it back in there. Do that real quick. Put this guy back in the box, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Let's try that again. I'm doing this one-handed, guys. Sorry about that. So she goes in there like that. Fits perfect. Don't have to worry about anything during shipping. This goes on top like this, and that's how it came. The box is pretty simply labeled. There is his website and telephone number. And again, I want to give a quick thank you to Scott. I really do appreciate that. I haven't shot with this yet. My intentions are this weekend I have a couple different horse shows that I'm going to be doing. So it will be out and be used for that. And this weekend I will probably be shooting this with my 200 to 400, my 1DX, and maybe the Sigma 120 to 300 2.8 Sport, which those are two pretty heavy, decent lenses. So this is it. This is the long lens head. This is a first impressions video, and I do appreciate everybody watching. If you're local to this area, the camera store would be Allen's Camera. I'm just right outside of Pennsylvania, or I'm sorry, right outside of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Allen's Camera is located in Bristol, Pennsylvania, or Bristol, PA. Their telephone number is 215-547-2841, and the gentleman's name is Brandon. He's the owner of the store. Great guy. He will take care of you, whatever you need. And you can actually order this directly from Scott. Here's his website right here, and information and telephone number to get a hold of him. And again, this clamp, this comes in two different ways. You could get one that won't index, and then you get one that does index. I would highly recommend having the ability to have this indexable. This makes a big difference. The real problem with this head that I didn't like, another thing I didn't like after I bought it, this head won't index. It won't turn. It's stuck this way. So if I were to put my DSLR in this thing, for some reason, I'd have to spin it on my tripod to get it to go in the right direction that I was shooting in. And now the only direction of movement, let me see if I can undo this. Probably can't, because it's nowhere near. I can't get it apart. The only way this would swing would be, it would tilt left or right, which is useless in a situation like that, especially if you're going to be shooting it on a monopod, which is where this is going to live for the next couple of weeks that I have it, or however long I ended up with it for. Big difference. Price, yeah, you're going to pay more for this, but this is going to last forever. This has a 10-year warranty on it. This is going to last you a lifetime. I have called Acratech and spoke to a couple people. I had some questions about them things. I got an answer on the telephone the second time that phone rang. Somebody picked it up. There was absolutely no waiting or pushing 2 or 1 or for customer support. It rang and an answer, which is just great. I love that. Sorry about the way I sound. I have a little bit of a cold. So what we're going to do is, I'm hoping this weekend we're going to get out there and make a quick video about this guy and not use a cell phone to do it. But like I said, I did want to try out this new iPhone 8 and see how it does, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, thanks. If you have any questions, please leave a response down in the box, and if you guys like this video, you guys can subscribe to this channel. I'd appreciate it. And again, I will leave some links below as well, so you can go check out Scott and Allen's Camera. And this is Acratech. And the next video I think I'm going to make will be on the GP ball head with the quick release clamp, with the actual locking lever, and then I'll probably do one on the actual Swift clamps themselves, which goes on your Black Rapid strap. And they just set up a 2 new ones, one for the cotton carrier, and another one I believe was for the spider clamp, or spider holster rather. Alright guys, thanks again, take care, bye bye.